The Manchester derby. Can Manchester City be stopped? Jokanovic got sacked. Is Ranieri the savior that Fulham needs? And are Borussia Dortmund the real deal? I'm Leonie, and this is Hope Meets Banter. Hi and welcome to Hope Meets Banter. I'm Leonie, and with me in the studio are Devo, Drifty and Double H, talking all things football from this week. Hello boys. We shall dive right into it. Right. The Manchester derby. Big deal, huge, everybody's talking about it. History did not repeat itself. Manchester City won 3-1 to Manchester United. They did lose last time, right? They were up the first half and then managed to lose. Not this time. Just let me give you a couple of stats. They were on fire, right? Possession. They had 704 passes compared to 380 passes from Manchester United. Exactly. Crazy. They were confident. They were patient. They were passing. There was 44 passes before the third goal. Crazy. So, can Manchester City be stopped in that form, and who could do it?
Can I just say something before, you give the floor to everyone? Because I'll go last. Sadly. So
I'll go last. Who goes first?
And then he keeps talking. Wait, no, but I'll
you
go
go
last.
twice.
No.
Strange
Can I just
Go ahead, Double H.
Can I just? I want an experiment to be made. Let's Pep and Mourinho have the same exact team, same exact players, and let's see who will win if they have the same exact players and the same exact team. That's what I want to know, because people are saying, "Oh my gosh, look at how many times Pep has destroyed Mourinho." That's all I want. Same players, same exact team. Let them have a winner takes all match, and then let's see what happens. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Let me just.
Then they can start. No, that's what I said. That's what I said. No, you don't have to respond to that. Just move on.
Let me counter that.
You don't have to counter anything. I did test for it.
When Wenger couldn't beat Mourinho at all, right? There was plenty of times they played. Why wasn't that argument brought up then? Give Wenger the same players Mourinho's got. Well, that's the most nonsense thing I've ever heard in my life.
How's it?
Because then you just every manager who loses. So give
fact.
Sam Allardyce the same team that such and such had, and let him play against Alex Ferguson.
But
do you know how silly that sounds?
But Mourinho is not. Sam Allardyce is not as good as Mourinho.
Mourinho isn't as good as Pep.
I'll give you an easy counter for this. Then
how many?
That makes Jurgen Klopp the best manager in the world, because he's got the best record of a Pep, and he's never got the better team.
Can we please just talk about the Manchester derby, please?
I'm not. That means that Klopp's the best in the world, because he's always got an inferior team.
We're going way off track, and at the moment we're just bringing down the brand. Right? Can we just talk about the Manchester derby?
They're part of the teams, right? They're part of the teams. But I do give Dever some credit here. Let's talk about the game.
Thank you.
I mean, 3-1. We had really incredible goals. We had David Silva opening up in the 12th minute. That's his fourth goal in his last 5 appearances. He's definitely one of the good ones. Definitely one of the star players. Let's talk a bit more about that.
And you know what the thing is, can Man City be stopped? No. I think the only team that can stop Man City is Man City. I think if they somehow, I don't know if they get loads of injuries or I don't know if there's a meteor or something. I don't know. It's going to take an army to stop them. And I don't think anyone has that kind of firepower in the league at the moment. I know Liverpool are close. I know Chelsea are undefeated and stuff like that. But this is a different beast. It's a different beast. Like, it's not fair. It's almost like, I don't know, putting some lightweight in the ring with like Anthony Joshua. Like, he'll be in the same ring, but he's going to get knocked out quick. And that's what's happening. Manchester City are just knocking teams out.
I'd like to believe. Why not? Nothing wrong with faith. But there's no one who's being realistic that will think right now. See this thing, 12 games in, right? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's a long season. But we just have to go with what we have right now. And what we have right now is a team that not only have better players than most of the other teams, just the cohesion, just the camaraderie, just everything about what is happening with Man City. Pep has just got them so fine-tuned that how can you stop them?
Yeah, I think Drifty is a fair point. I mean, Fernandinho was really a driving force from the midfield,
Amazing.
right? I mean, he really was. 103 touches. He has an impressive way to pass forward. Absolutely incredible. He's definitely
He's a
of the key
dirty
players.
little shit, but he is a phenomenal footballer.
but he can pass.
I can't believe that people kind of look past him a bit. That's why when you said it in the review, like obviously we talk about it off camera a lot. Fernandinho has got to be literally one of the most unsung heroes in world football. Like, he's so good. No, he is, double H. He's so good. And people are like, I think it was because the beginning of his Man City career was a little bit shaky. And like, but that was kind of like a transitional period, and it had other things. So people are like, oh yeah, but people have not realised for about 4 years now, he has been consistent, and he's got better and better and better. And now, first team on the team sheet, maybe?
Yeah, the job he does in there for Man City, I mean, you might not necessarily see what he does all the time, but that's exactly what you need. When you got Silva and Sterling and Aguero and this guy and that guy, and they're doing all this stuff up front, and you think, what gives them the freedom to do that? Because they know Fernandinho, whether or not he wins the ball or if he, pulls a shirt or hacks a man. Do you know what I mean? The attack is going to be broken down some way, shape or form.
I mean, look, City, they can't be stopped because this is arguably Guardiola's best coached team. And this is probably the team that I give Guardiola the best credit because, again, Barcelona, you had generational talents in Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Bayern Munich. That was a team that he took over after they just won the treble. This is a team he's really coached well, and you can just see he's coaching through everything. And a team, as guys are saying, that this cohesive can create chances at will. The kinds of people that can come on is like their squad. You can't beat them. And I think their strategy, their passing game, because again, like Pep is really obsessed with this whole thing of like pass until you find that opportunity, which was said by that third goal that they scored. Was it? He said 44 passes.
Yeah.
That was a Pep goal.
Yeah.
Pass until you find the opportunity. So it's like, it is what it is.
Did you see what they did in the corner? Did you see where Sterling was doing stepovers?
Oh, yeah.
And I had to come up and be like,
yeah,
come on.
He got into trouble for that one.
Like,
please,
he
please,
actually
come on.
pointed at him like, bro. When we were like clapping at the beginning, I told you my kids are up there, you piece of shit. Like, he was hurt. And Matt don't get like that, Like, Matt was hurt.
His kids are like, Daddy, why?
There's no need for them
It's
to...
like, you do that in the garden, Daddy, but you don't do it on the pitch.
Okay, but let's focus. I mean, there was the glimpse of hope was right when Lukaku came on, right? I mean, there was a glimpse of hope for United. I know he just got a penalty, but you got to say, I got a feel for this guy because he was out there, he was fighting and he was alone. Everybody else looked just scared of me.
Lukaku's trash. I think we have to just start there. But I think he definitely tried. And look, he led to the goal because it was his run and him being brought in that led to the goal. But that is the difference between both of these teams. Look at who Pep can bring on. Look at who Mourinho is bringing on. If you're bringing on Lukaku, like I said again, I mean, what's that guy going to do?
But he could be a very good impact sub. He could be a very good impact sub for them moving forward.
Lukaku's a really good player. He's just not Man United level.
Yeah,
let's be honest with you. Like,
what can you win?
When he was at Everton,
what can you win?
I don't think.
That's what he said. He's not.
When he
was
at Everton, I don't necessarily think he couldn't have took a little. Like, I reckon. Say
is it Jesus?
Say he went to like.
Is he Aguero?
Say he went to AC Milan, for example. He'd do really well there. Like, he's not a crap player. He's just not Man United good enough. Do you know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
Man United, they're in a negative goal difference at this stage. And they haven't been that bad since 1997. That was the last time they had a negative goal balance at this stage in the Premier League. So... what is Mourinho doing wrong? He said performance with mistakes. He said the 3 goals we conceded were mistakes. That's his.
That's just him throwing people under the bus.
Yeah.
That's his way of saying, look, I told them what to do, and the only reason why it flopped is because he was shit then, he was shit then, and he was shit then.
To be fair,
typical Mourinho.
Yeah, I think he got his tactics all wrong. All wrong. When you play against...
Tell me what manager could have got their tactics right when Pogba was in there.
Let me finish.
So you can win him with the Herrera.
You just want to talk the whole time?
No.
All right.
It's your turn now, Devo.
My point is,
go.
right, if you're playing against Man City and you're trying to contain them, they will kill you because you haven't got a lock strong enough to keep them out. The only way you can pressure Man City is if you say, right, I'm going to have a go at you. And he picked a very negative team.
With who?
No, but he left Sanchez on the bench. He left Mata on the bench.
Sanchez is crap.
But come on, look at the midfield he put out here: Herrera, Fellaini, and the other one.
Who else could be in there? Fred is crap.
Fred.
Pogba was injured. Fred is crap.
Listen,
I'm telling you.
Any fresh pair of legs
Matter, I
could
agree.
have
Matter, I
been a
agree.
good
But
idea
it
here.
was very negative from the beginning, and when you do that and you concede a goal after 11 minutes, you're finished.
I'm telling
City
you,
were
I'm
toying with
telling you
them.
now, yeah. We're all laughing at Man United, yeah. We love it. This is what we've wanted for years. Like I tweeted out, I wish I could go and tell my
Revenge
younger
is
self. Do
bittersweet.
you know what, Drift? It'll be all right, you know. United are going to be shit soon because we've had to go through them winning and winning and winning and winning and winning.
You know, in Germany it's called Schadenfreude. Exactly. what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said.
yeah.
But
Like a
it's not
pleasure
nice.
of the pain. Yeah.
But what I will tell you now is, if Mourinho goes and they bring in a really good coach like a Jardim, maybe Zidane, based on like the hype of it. I don't know about his coaching; he's still got to prove that. But even just the hype of him being there and people being excited by him, with those players, I guarantee you, Man United go on a run. Man United play better. They win way more games, and they don't look this bad.
Way more games.
Way more
You
games.
said way more games.
Can I
with
just
Lukaku
list some players
and
for you?
things like that.
Mata, Sanchez.
Sanchez.
I'll give Lingard his credit because he has got way better. Martial, Rashford, Fred, De Gea in goal.
Yeah, but
no,
Fred,
I'm sorry.
What do we really know about Fred?
We know he destroyed Man City last season. Why everybody wanted to buy him?
One game.
Well, I'm just saying.
Do you know what I mean? I'm
That,
sure
that is false. Don't say that
they
those same
have,
players that
they
will
have
win way more
a
games.
lot
That's
of good
false.
players, and I'm telling you now. Just for example, if Pochettino or if Pep or Klopp or somebody who's in the league now had that squad, they would be
the same
doing
players.
better than they are.
You said
I'm
way
telling
better. You said
way better.
That's ridiculous. That's a lie.
They're in eighth,
That's a
bro.
lie. That's a lie.
They're in eighth, bro, with -1 goal difference, bro. Way better.
Okay,
just silenced him.
it's hypotheticals here. I mean, you know, our mind wonders what could happen.
Way better.
No. Look,
Mourinho win.
I've always said that Mourinho is a bad fit. It was never going to
Fair.
work. But just give him credit for that.
I think that's an
Juve
excuse.
win.
I think that's an
give him credit
excuse,
for the Juve win. That's what's
Yeah,
about.
there's one win.
What
That was a
Juve
good. Yeah, well
win?
done. They still got
Okay.
battered in that game though.
Let's talk about another win. Liverpool Fulham
Fine.
2-0. So Jukanovic got sacked after that.
Yes.
But Drifty, I have to admit, I mean, I'm feeling a little bit here for the underdog Fulham. I mean, there was a great pass from Schürrle and was called offside, and I think that was a very, very close call. Referee wasn't on the line. He had a really bad eyesight, but it got called. And then the moment, is that sportsmanship? The moment they literally just had the call that this was an offside goal, the goalkeeper, ball still moving, kicks it, and they counter score. What do
thinking
we
ahead.
think about that?
He said that's why we pay 60, 70 million. Always thinking ahead. He put it down, Xabi Alonso, bang, out. Down the
Is
line,
that against
boom.
the rules
Salah,
if
go!
the-
Listen, I
Is
don't
that
care.
against the rules if the
that
ball's
is
still
against the rules,
moving?
yeah.
I think so.
He put backspin on it. It was moving towards him. It wasn't rolling
Okay.
forward. The rules say the ball can't be rolling forward,
Okay.
right? He put backspin in it. It was rolling.
Okay,
And
but
listen,
fair enough to Liverpool. They've been unbeaten at home since 2017, so you gotta give the
we
guys credit.
needed that win. We needed that win big time. If anyone is gonna, this is the thing as well. There's so much pressure on us to not let Man City have like a 20-point gap. I mean, I'll put Chelsea in there as well. But everyone's like, oh, only one who can stop me. It's like, so we're playing with that pressure, not just from our own fans and our own expectations, but the whole world to just not have the most one-sided league for 2 years in a row. So, like, you know what I mean? I think we're dealing with this pressure quite well. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had some dodgy results, but I think we're dealing with this pressure all right. And, like, we just need goals. I don't care if Fulham feel aggrieved. I feel sorry for them as well. When they go down, I will say to any Fulham fan, I'm sorry, bro. Hope you come straight back up. But on that day, against us, we needed the win.
So it doesn't matter that they got the decision wrong because
No, he didn't get the decision wrong. He was offside.
He wasn't offside.
100% he
He
was
was not
offside.
offside.
100% he was offside.
He was
I
offside.
think
100% he
it
was
was-
offside.
He was offside.
His shoulder and his head were offside, bro. And you can score with your head and your shoulder.
Yeah.
So he was
Okay.
No,
offside.
he was offside.
Alright.
He was offside.
I will admit, I don't know how the
I
linesman
sympathise
got
here,
it.
Devil. I think it
But-
was very
Basically,
close.
what it comes down to is we
Close
need
call.
VAR. And if
No,
there
but
was
VAR would've
but
disallowed
if
the goal,
VAR
bro.
was there, chances are they wouldn't have allowed Salah to then run up the other end and score like that.
Okay, well, if
Because
VAR
the
was...
referee let them take the free kick and Fulham were celebrating. That's a liberties.
All right, well, yeah, but listen,
If that
defend
no,
yourself
no,
all
no,
time,
no,
bro.
no, no,
no.
Defend
I'm not saying,
yourself
no,
all
wait,
the
wait, wait.
time.
I'm not
saying.
Fulham,
I'm not
you
saying
flopped,
that.
you flopped
No.
there.
Wait. I'm not saying that the referee shouldn't have allowed Liverpool to take the free kick. I'm saying the fact that Fulham were celebrating over there, that's kind of a liberty because you think you're a goal up. I'm not saying that Liverpool should be like, oh no, we'll give you the goal back because then we're going back into that territory. Sterling should have said it wasn't a penalty. which he shouldn't have. So
Yeah,
Liverpool,
I agree.
you're within your right.
Sportsmanship.
Alright,
there
well,
is just
So if
very,
VAR
very
was in
If that
that
was the other way
game,
round.
Chambers gets a red card,
Yeah.
and then we
100%.
beat them probably more than what we did.
100%.
No.
Fair enough.
Basically, no. For me, I think like you always have to be switched on. Like once the Liverpool goal went in and said, "Fulham, you losers," because for me, I was like, because I saw what the Fulham players were doing. Like you were standing, there was enough time to know that this goal was not a given,
No.
and enough time to get into position that I'm sorry.
Bro, do you know who was chasing that ball? One of the fastest players in the Prem. My man, Fulham were in the corner celebrating, and my man sprinting down the pitch. What are they going
No,
to
to
do?
be fair though, he tried to play the defender tried to play him offside when
Yeah.
he should have ran with him.
Yeah.
They could have done
Yeah.
better.
They could have done better.
That man was bamboozled. They didn't know what was
But
going
it's
on.
the number one rule in boxing, right? Defend yourself at all times. Football's the same.
You have to.
You
This
know
is
what
high
I
level
mean?
football.
Yeah.
Like
I feel bad
it's
for Fulham.
It's ruthless. It's
I
ruthless.
feel bad
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Fulham, 100% I do.
But I know
It
for
is,
100% if that was the other way around, you'd be pissed. We'll be seeing reviews of you cussing out Fulham, calling all sorts of names under the sun.
I don't know.
Yeah, we know that. Come
don't
on,
know.
we know that.
Moving on.
By the way,
yeah.
Fulham,
Salah
Fulham are in trouble.
15 max. Salah 15 max still, or
Let's just let the man play, man.
let's talk about Fulham though, because they're in trouble. They got a new man in charge. Ranieri.
I'll
new
be honest
manager.
with you. That guy needed to come back into football. He's
Yeah.
the godfather. I love Ranieri. I don't think anyone doesn't love Ranieri. He's just the guy. And I really hope that this isn't a blot on his CV by them going down.
That wouldn't be his fault though, would it?
It wouldn't, but like I just hope that he I don't know. I just hope he can revitalise them. I like Fulham. I do. And you know what? Fulham have got really good players for their level.
Schürrle.
What? Yep, Schürrle, German. I agree.
Seri,
I agree.
Sessegnon. They've got.
What do you think made Ranieri take that job? I mean, let's not talk money or everything. I mean, they are bottom of the line. It's a tough gig, man.
Yeah,
He
but it's a
believes
good
in
club.
himself,
Yeah.
and
It's a
I think
challenge.
I think he loves England. I think he does love England. I think he said when he came to Leicester, he really missed from
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he was here before. So I think he loves England. So he wanted to come back to the Premier League, and maybe he might be thinking like maybe this is one of my last hurrahs because I'm not sure how much longer he'll manage.
I
for.
mean, it's not a lost cause. I mean, Fulham are bottom, but not by much. They got a good squad.
And they're still
You
time.
know, yeah, he's got good players who he could coach there. You know,
They're
I
better
think
than
they'll.
three
I
or
think,
four
yeah, I
of the
think
other
they'll
teams.
stay.
Yeah.
I think
No,
he'll keep
for
them
sure.
up.
No, I
They
mean,
started off really well actually against them.
no, I mean, no. For me, I think I'm not. I'm not sure whether I'd put money on them staying up. I think that like with Ranieri, you never know because Ranieri is one of those managers who has done really well and has done kind of medium, not so well in other clubs as well. So I think it's a better pair of hands. The other dude, Jankovic, nah, it was not because basically that Liverpool game. I even said this after the game that no, sack this man. This is a poor organization. There's no leadership here. There's no strategy.
I feel sorry for him though because I don't
got them
know.
up.
I don't know whether he was forced to have those players by the board or if it was his I don't know because he was given
Do you know
a
why I
whole
don't feel-
load of players.
Do you know why
if
I
it
don't feel
wasn't
sorry for
on
him? Do you know why I
him.
don't feel sorry for him? Because I think even you mentioned it last week, where he came and said the players have to take the blame, not me. The manager must always take, even if the players are to blame, the manager must always
I didn't know
shoulder
he said
some of the
that,
blame.
but-
So it's like if
So why do you love Mourinho? You're a
Mourinho's
walking
different.
contradiction,
Mourinho's
bro.
different.
You're a
Mourinho's
walking
different.
contradiction.
Mourinho's different.
This guy.
Mourinho is a goat. A goat has
So
different
goat
standards.
has a different mantra
the
to a
goat
man.
has the different standards.
Because he's a goat, he can do what he wants,
Mourinho
but a
has
man
different
has to
standards.
work by principle.
All right.
2010. Next question.
All right, guys. VAR, right? It came up in this discussion, and I think it's worth talking about. Charlie Austin's rant from Southampton. It's gone viral. I mean,
Amazing.
let's just quickly
got
recap,
my
though.
3 points, Spike.
Let's recap, though, as well, because, Watford got denied a red because Southampton, that was definitely false. Simon Hooper made the decision not to give it, and then the goal happened that wasn't given. So... VAR, is this a savior? Can this help, or is it
needed.
just a bit of good old karma here for Southampton? I mean, I'm sorry.
No.
Nah,
it's
needed.
does he have a
I think
point?
It's
VAR
needed.
should have because basically like Syria have VAR, La Liga has VAR,
The Prem will get it.
and
Yeah.
it seems pretty like for me. I was fully against VAR before the World Cup. I was like, no, don't bring this in. I don't want this to turn into like the NBA and everything. It's had a shaky start to the World Cup.
Oh yeah,
but
it definitely did. It wasn't
did.
all
too long.
rainbows.
Yeah. But then like they got it right. It was quick, and I think that the key things that we have to it's all about making the right decision. What if Southampton go down by 3 points or 2 points? Then they look at this game and say, my gosh, if we had this goal, it would have been 2-0.
Yeah.
Game over.
done.
Who calls? So I think like
No, but you know what though, bro? VAR was in play. Watford will be 1-1 because that was a blatant penalty.
Yeah. No, but
Blatant
do you know
penalty.
how
So it
many
kinda evened
incidents? Do
itself
you know how
out.
many incidents this weekend alone? VAR would have changed the whole shape of the weekend.
It was a lot.
There was a lot of
Yeah,
incidents.
I agree.
Cardiff's equaliser. Cardiff's winner. Sol Bamba was offside. Do you know what I mean? There was so many incidents. It's needed.
Bring it in.
We need it.
Is it true that the ref asked him if he took his top off and he said no and the ref
he
just
didn't
let
book
it
him.
go?
Yeah. That's unbelievable. He deserves to be suspended for a week.
That's mad.
Sol Bamba, he threw his shirt in the crowd, bro. Ain't even like he took it off and put it back on.
And we're talking about a hench dude. We're talking about someone who's obviously backed this.
But Charlie Austin, man, shout out for that rant. That was hilarious.
Amazing.
But I do give him personally. I give him. He has a point.
right.
I mean, we saw it.
No.
It wasn't in his eyesight.
But he sounded like a dude who'd just been kicked out of a bar in Essex.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get his way back in. He's like, it's not right. It's not right. He didn't even see me. It was a camera.
But seriously, what do you do with a guy like Simon Hooper, a referee who's been in the game for long, and he makes 2 terrible decisions in one game, one after the other?
You give him VAR and you help him.
Yeah.
No, because look, the referees, because people can be pissed off with the referees. But why didn't you give this? Why didn't you give that? Remember, this happens really quick.
Yeah.
It happens very fast.
Fair enough.
We have the luxury of instant replay, 3, 4, 5 angles. They only see it once, and that's it. And the beauty about VAR is that, okay, let's stop the game. I'm going to go, and they can see it in slow motion. They can see it in different angles, and then they can come back and make the decision. So the key thing is, it's working in La Liga and Serie A. So the Premier League, why can't you? There is no argument the Premier League has not to use it because it's been used successfully in other leagues. So.
Also, to give him his credit, it was his assistant who called up to say it was offside. He didn't make the decision. He went off with someone else's advice. So
fair.
we can't cuss him too much.
Yeah.
No,
Or Simon Hooper, if you're watching.
He should have gave the penalty though to Watford.
Yeah, he should.
That was
Really
a
should've.
blatant penalty.
Yeah.
That was dangerous.
Right.
Any which way, let's turn our heads to the Germans. Yeah, I think we should. It's me. I'm German and I'm doing a really shitty German accent.
You should be proud of that. Look at Germany about.
Don't know what's happening here. But my old boyfriend would be very happy about that. Dortmund, are they the real deal? Right, 27 points, number 1 in the Bundesliga. Looking a bit like Manchester City here. Can they be stopped? Are they the real deal? What you see?
I'm so pissed I missed this game.
Yeah.
Because it if I watch it now, will I get a buzz out of it? No. Like at the time, I could see people on Twitter, people talking like
sweet revenge for
4-3,
Dortmund
right?
against.
No, 3-2.
3-2. Okay, yeah, I'm really
Bayern Munich.
Royce's second goal. What?
he's back.
That goal, that finish.
Without Lewandowski's third goal that wasn't given was also pretty good.
Yeah,
as well.
it was.
Without injury, could Royce have maybe become one of the best players in the world?
For me, one of the best players. If Royce didn't have his injuries, I would say he'd be one of the best attacking midfielders in the world, 100%.
Yeah, I would say
for his position.
Before the injuries, he was like level.
Amazing.
And
he's still
really
levels now. Like if you look at what he's doing now, he's still doing.
That's the thing. He's still
performing really well.
No, I think like for me, like with Dortmund, my only question is the inexperience, because even in that game, it's a very young defense, and you can see them making a lot of bad decisions defensively by the lack of experience, and Bayern exploited that. But they play like literally they are the best at one-touch football, one-touch boost. So I just think like what's Favre is the MVP is because of how he's coaching this team, how he's making them play. I think is better than what Tuchel did last season, because I don't think Tuchel really raising it from what Klopp did. So I think with what Favre is doing and how they're playing is amazing. So I think for Bayern, this is good for the Bundesliga, because again, it's a title challenge. They're now in a title dogfight where they've got injuries, players are old, and Niko Kovac can't really be blamed because you're Bayern Munich. Why can't you? I'm sorry, this is modern football. You can't say, "Oh no, we're Bayern. We will not spend 100 million. We're not." No, you've got to spend the money.
Right, they spent the money. They took the best players from their surrounding teams. That's what they said
this summer though.
Yeah, they still took. Well, I mean, Gnabry was on their books already.
Yeah,
they signed Goretzka from Schalke, who's one of the best German midfielders.
There was not a major marquee signing that they made where they could make.
They're falling a little bit into the AC Milan thing of like. Do you remember when AC Milan had like all those really amazing but too old to still play players?
Yeah.
And then they all left in a short space of time, and Milan didn't really know what to do.
Ribery's like 34.
If Munich aren't careful, they're gonna have that problem. Do you know what I mean? Like 4 or 5 players are all gonna go, and it'll be like. Shit, what do we do?
Quite
so like they need to
the German national team as well speaks
it's the
same problem. It's new ones not coming, old ones maybe not there anymore.
But you know, it is good because Bayern Munich made it boring just always winning, and I do love the fact that it's Dortmund, because Dortmund they're almost like everyone's kind of second team is there, and everyone loves Dortmund. You know what I mean? So it's really good, and I hope they're just keeping Pulisic warm for us as well.
He's going to struggle because Sancho is on fire.
Yeah.
Sancho's
Sancho's
on
is great.
fire
No,
there.
that's your
Royce
boy.
is doing his
And
bit.
Paco
Yeah.
Alcacer as well.
All of those goals are from the bench. Like,
Yeah.
he's got 9 goals. I think 8 of them are from the bench. That's crazy.
I was actually going to mention Jadon Sancho because, like he's English, right? He's
Yeah.
British.
Oh, yeah.
So do you reckon he's going to come back then? He's just going to get his experience up in Germany?
I hope.
I hope he
I
stays out.
hope he stays out there.
No,
for a
he should
long
remain
time.
there. He shouldn't come. Like I think for me, basically, Sancho is the perfect example for players like Foden and all those English players. Don't be afraid to make the move abroad. Don't stay in your little comfort zone and your cocoon of England. Go out to Germany, go out to Italy, go out to all these players and actually have game time and actually improve your football. Because I think players, especially like the Bundesliga is just really good for young players because I
Yeah.
think how fast the game is, how technical it is, and how much they want to put young players into teams. It is the perfect league for young players. Like La Liga still has a hierarchy. Syria has sort of fallen down. So Bundesliga, if you're young, that's the best place to go.
They give young players a chance. Like,
Yeah.
if you're good enough, they will play you, regardless of whether you're in a relegation dogfight, you're top of the league. If you're good enough, you can bet 17, 18, they'll put you in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Every club in Bundesliga kind of has the same kind of thought process in that.
Yeah.
in that
Although,
respect.
you know what, I will. It's easier said than done to be like, go abroad. Like, I'll admit, especially as a born and raised English person, even though obviously I have other roots, we have it so good here and we're raised with so much, like, everything's here, that, like, your mentality is, I don't know, like, obviously I didn't grow up abroad, but, like, I feel like other countries are like, no, explore. Try, like, we're like, no, it's all here, you don't need anything else. So, like, when you get to like 15, 16, to tell someone to go abroad, it's like a major culture shock to them. I'd be like, no, what do I need to go abroad for?
Yeah.
But
Do you know
then
what I mean?
Sancho's the example then. When Sancho
No, it is,
an
but
example.
I think it's a lot harder to do it than when people just, English players should just go abroad. It's like, it's a bit harder than that.
Yeah, but
For sure,
remember,
for
he's
sure.
from South London as well, so we're used to travelling anywhere because we ain't got nothing in South London. We have to travel.
Nothing
We
happening
have to
in
go
South
north, or
I'm just saying, it's a bit harder
So-
to mentally deal with.
Yeah.
Just go abroad. Like, people are like, just go abroad. It's not that simple.
Do you think Bayern can turn it around? I mean, they're 5th now in the Bundesliga. At Neuer, the hero of the World Cup. Even Germany didn't go that far, but let's not open that can of worms. But he's been the hero, knight in shining armor. Now he gets all the crap on him.
Which isn't fair.
No, for me, I mean, I think the issue is that they are dealing with some bricks in the team. Like, you have Boateng,
Boateng's past it. Yeah.
you have Muller as well, even Hummels as well, because Hummels said that he had
Yeah.
like a stomach bug or something in the game. He was horrible in that. He was completely
Could
exposed
it be
by the speed.
coaching, though?
No, I think
You
some
can't put it
players
all
are
on
just, yeah.
Kovac.
I'm not saying all of it, but these are really good players all of a sudden just playing the worst football ever.
I'll
Well,
tell you,
Boateng's been on the decline for a while.
No, but it's basically, I'll tell you, I said
injuries
this,
have done
like your Pankers is an amazing manager. Like, if you put your Pankers in this team right now, they'll do a lot better. But there are very few managers like your Pankers who can do that. I think like this team, basically, they had no business actually doing that well last season. This team is old. They need a
Also,
complete revamp.
If you've got
So it's
players
like-
who are naturally declining and then you change a system, generally it's going to show their deficiencies.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's what's happening here. Kovac has come in and he wants to, put his own stamp on the team.
Which is totally different
But the
from
players that
Heynckes.
he's got, it's starting to show where they're not so good, where they used to be good. Do you know what I mean? So it's a big job for Kovac, and I doubt he's going to get to see it out, to be honest. I reckon he'll be gone before too long.
I'm telling
But then
you.
real
'Cause if
replacement
they-
with who though?
No, but if they're fifth,
We spoke about it, Wenger. I'm being real. Wenger will go in there and he will do a job for them, man.
With those players that at that age.
Yeah. Wenger, I'm
maybe,
telling you,
maybe,
man.
maybe.
Wenger.
Munich is a beautiful city. Nice beer.
He speaks German.
It's good.
Wenger, man. Wenger, that's a perfect job waiting for Wenger, I'm telling you.
All right. Rooney is coming out of retirement.
Bullcrap. Bullcrap.
I'll be
Remember
worried
the
about
name.
him. I'll be worried about him.
No. Basically, this is because I think Craig Boley actually said it best as I was watching what he was saying. Like, this is stupid. You retired.
It's for charity,
Can
man.
I go? First of all, you retired. That's the first thing. And people will now come with the argument that, oh my gosh, you're the leading England goal scorer of all time. How many World Cup goals has Rooney
every
scored?
time, bro.
Has-
What's this?
has-
What
has it ever had-
what
wait,
is
wait,
him?
wait.
No, what
Has
is
it
him
ever-
coming out of retirement to play against USA in a friendly got to do with World Cup goals?
You do not deserve the accolade of having to come out of retirement and this whole thing be about you, because it is all about Rooney.
Okay.
This whole game is about him and commemorating him and this Rooney thing because
and because of
England's
his
top goal
achievements.
scorer.
Yeah, England's top.
What
ever-
achievements?
He's
really?
the top goal scorer in the country's
which
history,
isn't
bro.
great, because what did you do at the Euros or at the World Cup? What have you really truly achieved
He
for
is the
England?
top
Bro,
goal
he's the
scorer
top goal
in the
scorer,
history
bro.
of this country. Bro.
More than Michael Owen, Alan
You
Shearer,
retired. You retired.
Gary
stay
Lineker.
retired.
Do you know how many great strikers? And he's up there.
You retired. Stay
Rooney,
retired. Now.
I'll say this. Now that he doesn't play for Man United, I don't care. Rooney is one of the greatest English strikers that's ever lived. And I don't know why he gets all the slack he does. Maybe because off season he gains weight. He's on that Ricky Hatton flex.
It's the OAP bothering.
Right?
Like, yeah,
You can't bother OAPs,
I don't
bro.
know what it is, yeah. But when all is said and done, Wayne Rooney is one of the greatest English strikers there ever was. And when you look at his record for Man United, the boy played here, there, and everywhere, and is still their record goal scorer. Why does this guy not actually get any respect? Like, I don't know what.
Because he
is
bothers
going on.
OAPs.
No, but no, real talk though.
No.
Why don't Rooney get no love?
What did he? For me, I think based upon
He's
the hype.
Man U
Can
and
I just say something
England
before you
top
say something
goal
silly?
scorer.
Before you say you're
Based
skipping
on
this,
what he did,
let
he
me
never
just
did
come in
Rooney.
here real quick. I actually think he has a right to be honoured. I think that's correct. I don't think he has a right to take a cap off of someone else. I don't think he should come on the pitch against United States and play. If you want to honour him, let him come out before the game, give him a special comment.
He's coming on for the last 15, bro.
Yeah, but what's the point? It's you're kind of taken away from the point. There's some players who would kill to have a cap for England. Some players who can't get in the squad. And this guy, he's retired. He's done all of this stuff for England. I get that. But why are you taking away opportunity from someone else to give him 15
Would
minutes?
Spain care
Just give
about
him...
that if
No,
this
no,
was
wait.
Iniesta? Would
No, but
like
we're not
Spain
talking about
would
Spain.
never do
We're
that.
talking about...
No, but I'm
about
just
Rooney.
saying, like-
I'm saying just give him his thing before the game and say, well done, we appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. Name a stand after him in Wembley, whatever you want to do.
I think everyone just loves to hate Rooney, man.
I'm not hating on him. I'm saying you should honour him.
No,
I
no,
don't
not
think you should
hate
give him
on him.
15 minutes.
No.
I think that's
But
silly.
my thing
Let
is
him
that
have his last bow, man. This is a record goal scorer.
my thing is
Yeah.
that what did Rooney really achieve in his career? Really?
Yeah, but England never
Significantly.
done
I
anything.
think
no.
you're on your own on this
Yeah,
one, man.
No,
You know how many?
he's
He's
overrated,
got every
man.
medal
Overrated.
Everything
he earned
apart
at
from the
Man
World Cup.
United.
Overrated.
Yeah, all right, you might have
well.
that. Okay.
We're all international here today, so we're moving from Germany to Bella Italia, right? Juventus against AC Milan.
Buongiorno.
Good, she's good with the
Buongiorno.
accent.
We had a hot and spicy game there with 2 yellows being given successively. What are your thoughts on that, boys?
You know what? I loved it. I thought he was going to go UFC and just fully give someone a double suplex. Like, it was amazing.
But you know why he
Italians,
was
you know,
pissed off though.
Italians.
But you know why he was
Because
pissed
he's a
off.
flop. He missed the penalty.
How do you miss a penalty?
I mean, it's not.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not. I mean,
No,
how
no,
do you
no,
miss
no,
as many
no,
and
no,
he
no,
does?
no, no, no.
Like,
Yeah,
how-
maybe, yeah.
You
that's
can't
a
miss.
better question.
You can't miss a penalty when Juventus sold you to accommodate Cristiano. You have a chance to get back at your old club. You have to score the penalty.
Pressure. He doesn't do well under pressure. We've seen that. Copa America. We've seen it. Pressure. People say, "Oh, I eat pressure for breakfast," but he starves.
Yeah.
He starves. He's anorexic.
Do you know what's weird about Higuain? I remember, we used to have arguments about this all the time because you guys would always try and convince me how good he was. And then I remember there was a period where I was like, no, they're right.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
Napoli.
mean?
Yeah.
Napoli.
And he was so good. And then all of a sudden he's gone back to being the guy what I used to be like, no guys, Higuain ain't that. It's
But it's
weird.
pressure.
His career has
Pressure.
been weird.
But
Basically, I think he messed up. He should have never have left Napoli because he basically broke the goal scoring record in the Serie A
I don't know
Yeah,
though,
and
man.
everything.
But
you
when
can't
Juve
not
come
go Juve.
calling,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't. It looked like
But
you lack ambition.
look at what happened to him.
yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at what
he
happened to
picked
him.
up some
But
titles.
at least he still cares because it looked like he was about to do an Adriano double fist punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bap,
Yeah.
punch man in the
It
throat.
didn't matter whether you was in red
Yeah.
or white.
Because who was he who was trying to calm him?
He was going to hit
Was it
someone.
Ronaldo who tried to calm him down and he was
Yeah.
like, "Get off me!"
And do you know what? I loved it because Ronaldo was like, all right, shit.
You know what it was?
I
It's
can't
like,
control
it's
it.
your fault. I'm not.
Yeah, it is. It's his fault.
You should have banged him, man.
So I'm wearing this red and black because of you.
I'm
I
telling
used to
you.
wear white and black.
If you're going to take a red, take a real red. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I
He
loved it. I
lost
thought
his
it was
mind.
great. The passion that he showed, even though obviously you've got to keep your head
Yeah,
because
there's passion and there's
Yeah.
rage.
Yeah.
now he'll probably get further punishment.
Oh no, for
Yeah.
sure.
and all
For
that.
sure. But he deserves it. It's like you messed up. You messed up. So you only have yourself to blame. And I think his reaction was based on the fact that he missed a penalty, was a former player, and then
I wonder who was the
Sportsmanship
first.
as well,
Yeah.
guys, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta
I
have
want
an
to know
outburst,
what the
but-
ref said to him.
I want to know who's the first person back in the dressing room. Was like, "Hey, you alright? How you doing, buddy? You okay?"
He probably had a muzzle on in the corner. Just.
All right, right, thank you so much, boys. It's like my one and only Italian sentence. Voglio andare a casa perché sono stanca, all right?
Brava.
Ciao,
Bye.
Caro.
Thank you so much for everyone out there watching
you,
us
Robo.
today. Don't forget to subscribe our video YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter or Instagram or any of the social media channels. Thanks so much and good night.